So, hello, welcome. Whether you are watching live and whether you are watching the replay, I today am going to do a collective chakra healing with this device, the Healy, in case you didn't know it. I used to give a lot of weekly healings in this healing space, and I stopped doing that because I had other priorities. But with the energies going on and like everything being crazy and wild in terms of planets, retrogrades, the Earth magnetic field, a lot of people I notice are experiencing difficulties with finding balance. And in these times, it is of the utmost importance that we try to find our balance and that we get insight in what is blocking us in our daily life, what is blocking us in our processes, what is blocking us in our consciousness. And sometimes these are energetic imprints that we are not even aware of, that live in our subconscious, in our unconscious, but we are still creating from our subconscious and our unconscious. So the more conscious we become, the more we can choose the reality that we desire. So if we have a choice of looking and really tapping into what our energy field is telling us, we become more conscious and also choose to overcome the things that are still maybe even in our field. Like, for example, I do many of these frequency scans for people over the years. And sometimes people tell me like, oh, this is a pattern that I had in my life and it was from my youth, but now I've already transcended that. And then I do a scan and this pattern, something to do with childhood, with parents, comes still up. And even with physical ailments like scars and tissue issues still come up with people even years after they've had an operation. So there's still an energetic imprint in your body and also in your emotional processes for everything that you haven't processed yet fully and completely. And sometimes only becoming aware of it, only seeing it for what it is, can help you transform and transcend. So I'm going to, in a moment, connect my Healy, which is connected to a cloud with all the frequencies from 30 years of research. It contains frequencies for every bodily function you can imagine, like organs, eyes, kidneys, liver, your heart rate, hormones. It can see in your system what is going on and what is out of balance and what needs balancing in the moment. And it can also have a look into this consciousness field, like subconscious, unconscious, and conscious processes going on. And that is what we're going to look at with an aura and a chakra scan. So I will connect my Healy to the Zoom here so I can show you on screen what I am doing and also what the outcome is. And yes, we'll go into that. So let me connect this. It will take me a moment. And if I'm correct, you're now seeing my screen. And we're going to connect the Healy if it's still not connected. Let's see. And go to the group. So what I did already is in my app on my phone, fill in the details of this group. So this is a one-off event. So I created a group for today called Collective Chakra Healing. If you look at the profile here, I filled in the details, the name of the group, the starting moment. We are doing this via Zoom. And I will also take a recording of the frequency of this group. And I will do that now. I will probably have to connect my device first, which I'm doing now. So it's recording the vibration of our collective energy. You as a person have an energy field that can be measured with the quantum sensor in the Healy, and so does a group. Because we as a collective, having decided to join in this healing, created an intention, and that intention is what is recorded. So here you can see at the top the vibration, how it looks like. And now we're going to analysis. And as you can see, I can do many different types of analysis, like programs for your general health and well-being, or for homeopathic substances that you might benefit from. I could do a coaching scan that I work with a lot in my business to help people with getting results on many fields in their life. And I can also do an aura scan, which we're going to do now. So if you want to focus on who you are, what the essence is of you, we're now going to record it. Of all our collective energy in this one-off event. And here you can see if all the chakras were to be balanced, then it would be a nice round hole. But now we can see there are several chakras that are less than complete. So you can see already here that the crown chakra, the purple one on top, is a bit lower, and so are the forehead chakra and the throat chakra, both blue ones. And at the bottom, you can see that the red area is also like less expanded than the other ones, telling me that our root chakra is also in need of balancing. And we're going to look into what that is. So if we look here, we can see that the collective total energy of this group is around 97% right now. The crown chakra is 87%, which is not really low. It's like average, but it can be more. It can be up to 100%. It is also telling me that it's in rigor. That means that we can be a bit like stiff in everything. Like we have closed-mindedness maybe at the moment, a little bit more than normal. We cannot access so much of our inner knowing. This crown chakra is about inner knowing, about receiving wisdom, receiving information, information from our highest self, guidance, creativity, inspiration. So as a group, at this moment, we have a little bit less access to that field of inspiration and information rather than normally. So the third eye chakra, it looks a bit, when we look up here, the darkest blue, it looks like it's a bit like low, but if I look here, it's already 93%. So that is only visually. So the third eye chakra, your forehead chakra, connected to your pineal gland, is the one that we receive guidance through the crown chakra, and then we know the direction that we're headed. So this is all about knowing where you are going, and that is very strong in the moment. It can be even more, up to 100%, but for now it's rather strong, and we know where we are headed. Our throat chakra, though, like I already showed you here in the visualization, is rather low on a scale of 1 or 0 to 100%. It is only 61%, meaning that we have difficulty speaking our truth at the moment, more than normal. And maybe you can feel that in yourself, that you have a little bit more difficulty voicing your desires, voicing what you want to create in life, voicing your truth, or maybe in communication with others, which is not such a strange thing, because we are at the end of Mercury retrograde, and Mercury, the planet, is tied to communication systems and devices also. So you might notice some like hiccups in technical appliances, things like that, but also in our communication. And while the Mercury retrograde is ending about today, I think, it will still have an influence for the coming month. So until the half of May, we still have this in our field. And I myself have some like throat issues when I'm singing or even when I'm speaking now. I can feel like there's like this. And I notice many people around me also have some issues with the throat chakra. So maybe you notice some sore throats, some aches there, some difficulty singing, expressing in general. Now, going on to the heart chakra, that is in a very high state. And I think all of us being here in this healing space, we have done a lot of inner work already. So we have chosen actively and consciously already to live more from our heart, to express our love, to be able to receive love. Giving and receiving should be in balance. And these are things we know already, and we can really very much access that at the moment. So next is the solar plexus. This is the yellow chakra above your navel, like in the middle of the pit of your stomach. And this is your I am presence. This is your autonomy. This is you saying, this is who I am. And it's very strong at the moment. So nobody's going to tell you who you are different than what you know you are. It's very high. It can be supported a little bit more to come up to this percentage of 100%, but we are already very much standing in our power, regardless of the chaos, regardless of what is happening in the world around us. We have found that space where we can be us, where we can be me. So the next one is the sacral chakra is already also very high. The sacral chakra is the space of your womb. Even when you are a man or when you are a woman that has not a physical womb anymore, you still have access to the energy of the womb space. And it is the space of your emotions. It is the space of everything concerning subjects like sexuality, parenthood, whether it is being a child of your parents or being a parent of your own children, or issues around becoming a parent someday, questions around that. So the energy in there is really high, telling me that you probably also feel that you have good access to your emotions, that you're very well capable of moving through your emotions, of processing them. So this can still be up to 100% harmonized a bit more, but it's already very high. The root chakra, the last one, this is the chakra that is the first chakra near your tailbone, the end of your tailbone. And the energy there is like kind of low. It is 67% only. And you can see it is in chaos, meaning that there's lots of disturbances going around in your field. When it comes to subjects like safety, having enough money, having security in your job or whatever you do in your business, feeling that everything is secured and in place. So we are being torn a bit in this area, like not knowing sometimes where we are going. We know who we are, but we don't know like how it will all unfold, how everything that is going on in the world and in the energies affects us. And we feel like a bit like less grounded. That is maybe the correct wording. So for this chakra, it can benefit you a lot to do a lot of grounding, meaning walking around barefoot as much as possible. If you have a garden or you take a walk in the forest, I do that often. I just take off my shoes and I walk barefoot on the grass or on the sand, and it's really lovely, and it really helps you connect more to the earth and to your own being, and it helps you navigate these energies better. So what I'm going to do now, you see there's 3 highlighted areas. That is the crown chakra, the throat chakra, and the root chakra, which are the most out of balance. And I will now create like a full report before I'm going to send you the healing frequencies. So I'm starting the analysis, and it's reading what is going on in our collective fields at the moment. So I'm just picking out a few of these. This is about us. It says the person, but we are a group, so it's about the collective energy. We know about emotional extortion by the outside world, and we are controlling our expression. So that is what is happening in our throat chakra. And if you're awake and aware, being in this space, I'm assuming that you are, we can feel that the outside world may not be ready for what we have to offer, what we have to say, and our truth, what we know, our wisdom. So we feel extorted by that. That is a big word, but we feel like we have to keep it in. So the frequencies I'm going to send into your field, into our collective field in a moment, will balance that. So you will be able to more express yourself according to your true self. So what will be done is that you can see now at present state that the throat chakra is shining in the sacral and solar plexus colors. So it is indeed about my I am presence, and it is about our emotions around being, being kept back, being held back. But in truth, it's only ourselves that are holding ourselves back. It's nobody else. So when we receive this balancing, this chakra balancing will send the blue color of the throat chakra in your field, and then we'll be able to express more and balance this more. So the next one that is coming up is the crown chakra. And again, this is about authority, our authority being given away to others, so that we are not in charge, but that we feel that others are in charge over us, while we want to have access to this full field of information and inspiration coming from source and coming from the divine and coming from ourselves. So the crown chakra is shining at the moment in the heart chakra color green. And this is about taking responsibility for our own authority and taking that back. Taking full responsibility for my life, it says. So the next one again is the throat chakra. So what happens here is the entries come up in order of importance. So the first one you saw is the most important entry of all processes going on in our collective field. And then it is the crown chakra. But the third one that is the most important is again something related to the throat chakra. And this will be another present state and another process in our consciousness. So this is about present state. We can only express ourselves emotionally because we lack a clarity of expression. And this has to do again with the throat chakra. It is shining in the color of the emotions, so the sacral chakra. And as you can see, it says on the top D1E36, meaning that this is a karmic pattern. This is, let me see, this is actually our great grandparents and beyond. So this is ancestral. This is something that we inherited as a collective, that it is difficult for us to speak in this way. So we can only express through emotions, whereas we are learning how to speak from consciousness, pure consciousness. So to receive more guidance and then to bring it to the throat and speak from there. So that is what we are learning. And we are learning to embrace our own wisdom and speak from there instead of only from the emotional field. Like the lower chakras, they are more, the more we evolve, the more we get to access the higher chakras. And then it's a matter of bringing the lower and the higher together. So every chakra is aligned, and we take wisdom from each of the chakras and speak through that. So now it's a process of learning how to express ourselves from our own consciousness and higher consciousness. So next up is the root chakra. And it speaks about times of great change that are coming. And we are all aware of that of these changes that are coming. And we are living in a phase when we need to embrace the not knowing, because we don't know how things are going to land, how things are going to evolve, how things are going to be evolved. We already know that the old is no longer here, but the new is still crystallizing and forming. So we lack clarity from the feeling of safety in our root chakra, where to go. And this will be balanced with the frequencies that I'll be sending to the group. And the desired state is, I am transformed and a new era is dawning for me. And my hot tip will be to, in yourself, fully embrace the not knowing. Trust that it is all divinely guided. Trust that it is all divinely timed. It is. And it will unfold exactly as it is meant for us. And with our human selves, we are often so, at least I am quite like, I want everything to happen now and to unfold now for myself, for the collective, for the world. But we need to learn to have patience and full trust and surrender to the knowing that it will come, and that it will come in divine timing. So next one is again the root chakra. And it says that we are not following our own vocation, but living the ideas of our Father. And this is, for me, speaking about the collective right now, I feel very much that this is about moving beyond the paternal phase, like the old phase. The old era was about the masculine being in charge, right? And now we're moving to the Aquarian age, when the more feminine energies are needed. And they will also be crystallized more in our lives. So we are still in ourselves feeling the paternal aspects, the masculine way of doing things, and that no longer fits our life, that no longer fits where we want to move into. So in releasing more and more in yourself all the masculine, and I mean, we need the masculine energies as well, right? We need things like willpower and taking action, that are very much masculine principles that we do want to keep. But this is more about the toxic masculine aspects, like power and being in control over other people, and not trusting, not having these feminine qualities of trust and surrender that I was speaking about in the last entry. But more like push and power and making things done and pressing. And if we can release that more and that more to these feminine ways, then things will be easier. So knowing this and following your own vocation and being true to yourself in a more feminine way, even when you're watching this and you're a man, embracing these more feminine principles of surrender, allowing, just being. And then we have the throat chakra coming up, and this is about feeling a victim of life. And I know it can get hard, especially in these times. We feel like we don't have much influence over what is happening, what is transpiring. This again has to do also with relaxing into the knowing that it will come. But in this case, it really affects our throat. And this is also a karmic pattern, D1E36, again, coming from our ancestors. So we can tell ourselves that we are the master of our own lives. You're the captain of your own fate, right? And take responsibility for yourself. It's shining in the root chakra color, which is all about, taking care of the basic things in life, like work, food, money, all the things that bring us safety. And if we do have a disbalance in the root chakra, like we saw, and that expresses itself in our throat, yeah, by not taking responsibility to speak up for ourselves. So yeah, that shows up as a feeling a victim of life. And we can always choose to be either the victim or the creator. And we know we are invincible and we are unstoppable and we are so powerful. And if we step in this creator space, we can really feel this energy. We can take back control because you and I, we are divine and we are so much bigger than just these physical bodies. And we are here on divine missions in divine times. So the power of that and knowing that and connecting to that is immense. And especially when we come together, and that is why I've created my community Rise also. When we come together, people knowing this, feeling this, wanting to be a contribution to this, nothing can stop us. Nothing can stop you either. So the crown chakra, it's about a direction in your own life. Is determined by others. So again, here we feel like others, like governments, people around you are determining how you should live. But you are, and you can be self-confident to determine the direction of your life and walk the path that you know in your heart is the path that you're supposed to walk. If you can feel in your heart that this is for you, there's no need for doubt because your heart knows the way. And we have two more. So this one is the root chakra again. And it is about having an increased willingness to take care of yourself. Yes, but at the same time, you experience also deficiency because we are in transition. And this is only temporary, but there's a lot of chaos going around. And I don't know if you noticed that too, but for me, it was kind of hard to take really good care of myself. Like I had the tendency to sleep later because all the energies made me like chaotic, and I just couldn't find the calm and the peace to go into meditation and to sleep well, or even take my supplements and take my vitamins and drink my normal green juices and smoothies. And I was like going out of the habits because of all the chaos transpiring around me. And this is about pushing through on this willingness to take care of yourself and come back into the energy of being there for yourself when you most need it, and not let yourself be distracted of everything that's transpiring around you. So what will be sent into your field in a moment is the color red of the root chakra, with the desired state of gladly taking responsibility for your own life and taking good care of yourself. And believe me, I think we really need this in the upcoming times. There will be a lot of turmoil, and we need to be there for ourselves, for our families, for others. And we really need ourselves to be as healthy, as powerful, as balanced, and as calm as we can. So this is the last entry. And after that, I will send the frequencies to you. This is about the crown chakra. You can see it's something in our subconscious by seeing that it is minus 99%. When it is a minus, it always means that this is not in your conscious system yet. It's still in your unconscious. And it is about that you cannot assert the need to be alone with yourself more often. We like to be more alone and by ourselves. And I don't know about you, but when I'm all by myself, I feel this calm and my emotions are not disturbed so easily. And I can be really in tune with who I am, what I am here to do. And I can really have these discussions with myself and these beautiful conversations with myself. And I get insights. But if there's a lot of people around me, or when I'm walking around in a busy city, all this gets distorted and I cannot reach it easily. So this is about following through and taking enough time for yourself. Again, this self-care, like the last one, but this is to receive information, to receive guidance, and to receive inspiration and tips and information from yourself. It's beautiful that when we take the time, there's so much wisdom from ourselves and from the collective fields also that is just entering our field and can receive and have these beautiful conversations and know more what needs to be done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to close off this Zoom and I'm going to start sending these frequencies into your field for, let me see, 12 minutes and 47 seconds. Let's see, done. And if you want to take some extra water today, be very mindful of that, because all these beautiful frequencies will shift your auric field. You might start, feeling a bit dehydrated, and it's good for these frequencies to be able to run through your body properly if you drink more water, because we are water. We consist mainly of water, and staying hydrated helps us with all these processes and also with receiving the frequencies. So no matter where you are in the world, the quantum sensor knows we are a group, we are a collective, and for you to be part of that and to receive the frequencies. And hope you enjoy. See you next time.